Welcome back to Red Ranger Rider. On this week's episode of Toy Tuesday, I will be continuing my reviews of Lightning Collection Deluxe Wave 3. Last week I looked at the Blue Centurion, and this week in Space Silver. I do not have the original Zane figure, so this will be my first in Space Silver. I'm very excited to add this to the collection. In Space, it's actually becoming one of my favorite seasons. I've never disliked it, but it's climbing real fast. So, the front of the box, top, it's not going to focus, but you get the idea. Space Silver, I don't know what, there we go. Side of the box, and then back with a render, and then everything you get inside. So as I said last week, I'm not going to show you the whole opening up process. You know what it looks like now, the tray, the bags. I'm just going to cut everything out and we'll get into that. All right, so first we have the Silver Cycle, which comes in 3 separate pieces, so there is some assembly required. First you take this piece, and you can see right there's a little peg, and this has a little hole, and we're just going to pop that in there, I think. Okay, there we go. Now you can see handlebars on there. I've seen people say that was kind of like easy to get on, but that was like quite difficult for me. Then we take this piece, and it looks like it just, yeah. All right. Yeah, I've seen a couple reviews, people saying it was real loose and just kind of like sits on there, but no, mine snaps in quite well. And it's a motorcycle. It's cool. I'm just not really into like collecting vehicles and stuff. I only bought this for the figure because I did not get the original Walgreens release. I really wanted a Silver Ranger, and this just seemed like the best way to go. So, with it, the real reason you're here, the In Space Silver Ranger, he comes with his helmet on. I know now with the plastic-free packaging, they're actually packaging them with their civilian heads, but he comes with his Ranger helmet. And I've put the sword mode of the Super Silverizer on him there. I don't really want to focus. He also comes with civilian head of Zane, which I think looks pretty good. You also have the blaster mode of the Super Silverizer, and a karate chop and a fist hand. So, now for the moment of truth. Let's see if we can get Zane on this bike. Anyone else have trouble getting their hands to like go over things and grab things? If I could like slide it in, I never really seem to have trouble. But every time you gotta like grab something, okay. All right, and then there seems to be a little like foot. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, that looks almost normal. I'm kind of happy with that. Like I said, I really have no intention of ever displaying or really ever having this out of storage. But let's get some up close shots of the bike and Zane. All right, so here is Zane on the Silver Cycle. I didn't mention this before, but it actually has a little kickstand, which unfortunately does not really support him if he's like perfectly positioned on the bike. I had to kind of lean him this way, but it does the trick. So you can see he's leaning heavily to the one side. But gotta say, he does look kind of cool on there. And here's the figure of Zane by himself. I'm still kind of getting used to the whole pinless body, but he is much better than Jason was. His arms are a little loose, and his torso is a little loose, but his legs, I have real no complaints with. This has all the regular articulation. Stand's kind of nice. I love the Super Silverizer, and that is In Space Silver and the Silver Cycle. Overall, what do I think of them? I think if the Walgreens one you weren't able to get, and you don't want to pay for it now, if you could get this, I mean, even at the $33 price point, I don't think that's bad. If you could get it cheaper, I've seen some Targets already clearancing them out because new waves are coming in. If you can get them for cheaper, highly recommend. Zane's a figure that if you love In Space, I think you gotta have this guy. He's cool. The only thing is I wish this guy, because I'm pretty sure they already have him in a pin body mold, but this guy is pinless. I kind of wish that he wasn't, because all my other male In Space Rangers are pinless. But I think it's worth the price, really. If you can get a little cheaper, it's even more worth it. But my last couple reviews, I've said if you can get them cheaper, I recommend it. This one, even if you can't, I think this is a really cool figure. If you like vehicles, this is pretty cool. I don't really think I'll ever have this anywhere other than like in a box somewhere. But this guy, highly recommend. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Toy Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe and let me know down in the comments what you want to see next. Is there a certain figure you want to see a review of? Would you like to see the collection haul I've been promising for 3 weeks now? Let me know, and we'll see you in the next one.